It comes naturally to us. Unstoppable energy. We share it. We use it to live better, longer, smarter, to manifest a future. A future where energy takes new forms and is used in new ways that can enrich life for all of us. The new age of energy is here.
Hi, my name is Daniel Kisto from a group of artists, and we're going to be talking about screenwriting and concepts. This is the foundation of the process, and that's your story. If you are writing and conceptualizing for yourself or with a team, it's always recommended to do a mind map where you can bounce off ideas to get the best possible story. Research is important because you want to be as accurate as possible, even though the story might be fiction or based on a real event. There are lots of accessible softwares that you can use for screenwriting and conceptualizing. You can use Studio Binder, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, and most popular, Celtex. Remember, even in low-budget films, story is important. Make sure you have a clear beginning, middle, and end. Ask yourself why certain things in your film happens. Is it clear, and does it serve the purpose of the theme or message you want to tell?
My name is Jonathan Francis from a group of artists, and this episode will focus on storyboarding. A storyboard is a visual representation of a film sequence that breaks down the action into individual panels. It is a series of ordered drawings that may consist of camera direction, dialogue, or other details that may be included in the film. It sketches out how the video will unfold shot by shot, and it usually is laid out in a comic book style form. Some methods for creating a storyboard are the practical way, which is pen and pencil on paper, or drawing apps on your phone or PC. You can also use any other media that you are comfortable with. Remember that you do not need to be an artist, and the drawings do not need to be detailed. The purpose of the storyboard is so that the ideas can be clearly translated to the responsible crew members when filming.
Hi, I am Isaiah from a group of artists, and today we are going to talk about cinematography. Cinematography is the actual process of capturing footage for your film. To do this, you will need a digital device with a camera lens. Some of the cheapest devices that you should be able to get your hands on are an entry-level digital camera, aka a DSLR, or a smartphone. Learn and be comfortable with your device. The built-in camera application on your smartphone could work just fine for cinematography, or downloading an external application could work as well. Usually we use Filmic Pro, but there are many other applications that you could try and see which one works best for your device. That is my cinematography tip and trick for today. I hope it helps with your creative process.
Hi, I'm Simon from a group of artists, and today we will be talking about set design and what goes into it. What is set design? It is the creation of the physical space for the event. For a film this size, you need a right location that does not require too much burden on yourself, scouting or building wise. Example, a friend's house, a nearby river, a studio that you may work at, or an abandoned building. Using a location that is suitable and or accessible is ideal. In the script that you write, keep in mind a location that you can source props and pieces without necessarily buying them. Example, there's this film that we did called 6 Inches Under. We created a space with a your friend's backyard that worked wonderfully because everything was organically there, using natural lighting and easy to make reflectors using foil and cardboard, recreating an atmosphere that was ideal without a big fuss. Even though that you might be alone in this filmmaking process, you can always prop your phone on a sturdy table and do everything step by step.
Hi, it's Shelby from a group of artists, and today we'll be talking about costuming. Costuming is the process of clothing characters and props or objects used to propel the narrative. They are both important in the underlying symbolic pipelines of the piece and support the storytelling by adding the building of visual illusions to the piece. So how do we cut down the cost on something so important? Firstly and foremost, sourcing costume pieces and props instead of buying. Sourcing? Yes. Creating from your own cupboards and your associates' cupboards. If you need to purchase something cheap from outlets and use creativity and design to upcycle what is needed. For example, turning a large t-shirt into a dress for a teenage girl or using CDs for some texture. Even more fun is using reference pictures online or in books as stimulus. And lastly, do not be afraid to get creative with your makeup and accessories that you already have.
Hi, I am Isaiah from a group of artists, and today I'm going to talk about cinematic lighting and sound. Cinematic lighting and sound are two of the most important variables that will set the overall mood for your film. The cheapest and most effective light source that you can use is sunlight, aka natural light, because it's totally free. And for interior shots, when natural light isn't available, practical lights are your best friends. Those are regular table lamps or wall lights. On many smartphones, the built-in mic should work just fine. If you feel like you're picking up too much noise in your recordings, you can place a socks over the mic area to reduce some of the noise. There are a lot of DIY videos online that you could check out and try. And until next time, take care.
My name is Jonathan Francis from a group of artists, and this video will focus on editing. Editing is both a creative and technical part of the post-production process of filmmaking. Film editing is the art, technique, and practice of assembling shots into coherent sequence. A film editor must creatively work with the layers of images, story, dialogue, music, pacing, as well as the actors' performances to effectively reimagine and even rewrite the film to craft a cohesive whole. Some free editing software are DaVinci Resolve, HitFilm Express, Apple iMovie, and Wondershare Filmora Video Editor. Important note before you start editing any of your footage is to remember to back up and create copies of all your files to avoid unnecessary stress and headaches in the event that your work gets lost. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience.
Hi, my name is Daniel Kisto from a group of artists, and I'm going to be sharing some other filmmaking tips. It's very important to make a film on your own, but it's always better to have a team of friends or associates that have similar interests in filmmaking or a passion to bring the script alive. This always helps with the responsibilities, as it can lessen the strain of pulling all filmmaking elements together. Network and collaborate. As filmmakers and artists, it's important that we connect with each other so that we can build a stronger community and expand our reach in the film industry. Remember, you are an artist, and your work is important to have documented. Creating a portfolio is crucial to your growth, to have public showcasing of your art for others to see. Make what you like.
Hi, it's Shelby from a group of artists, and today we'll be talking about upcycling and recycling in the art department. Upcycling is the process of transforming byproducts, waste materials, useless or unwanted products into new materials or products perceived to be of greater quality, such as artistic value or environmental value, while recycling is the process of collecting and processing materials that would otherwise be thrown away as trash or turn them into new products. So how do we utilize these processes in film? Using cardboard and empty cartons, etc. to upcycle and create props. To support upcycling and recycling is the concept of reusing. Use over the same equipment such as makeshift reflectors, light stands and gels to reduce the need for more material. So it's simple. Get creative, reuse the used, and use what you have.
Hi, I'm Simon from a group of artists, and today we will address nature in film. When we talk about respecting nature in filmmaking, we open up a topic about working with the space instead of working against it. Example, you need to keep it clean. Take all your garbage back with you. Do not cut the trees or break the branches off. Do not destroy the crops or nearby vegetations. In our film Lady Nature, all the scenes were filmed without changing any of the natural environment. Using the outdoors adds a certain raw, beautiful feel that can be aesthetically used easily. So we found an interesting space, Lopino River and Forest Park dumping sites, respecting the areas that may be banned from the public and requesting permission from the right authorities to use the space. In filmmaking, it can be very tedious, but you want to be able to practice good habits to keep the environment intact.
Hi, it's Shelby from Magoa. We'll be talking about energy consumption. We use energy in all sorts of ways, on-set and off-set, from charging our cameras to plugging in our lights. The simplest way to reduce energy consumption is therefore more simple than you think. Utilize the natural environment to save energy intake by your equipment. How can nature replace our equipment? Not completely replace it, but assist greatly. Using the sunlight with diffusers and reflectors to support to give some well-lit shots and beautiful varying time of day tones. In this, you can also play with the temperatures and natural lighting provides. For example, a shoot at noon for bright, cheerful scene and one at sunset for a more reminiscent, grateful, even romantic scene. Different times, different feels and aesthetics. Now coming inside, you can switch off your fluorescent bulbs and lamps and replace it with LEDs and try minimal fixture lighting setups. Finally, don't be afraid to do further research.
Hi, it's Simon from a group of artists, and today we will talk about reducing your carbon footprint. In filmmaking, no matter the size, you leave a certain amount of emissions. In an eco-friendly production, you use the best practices to encourage sustainability. Example, carpooling if you are going to be looking for a location with someone other than yourself. You can meet and go in one vehicle. You can also make use of the public transportation or even use a nearby park or an area that fits your film well and therefore does not require too much movement. In one of our films, Planet Normal, we used one house and made it look like multiple spaces using different areas in the home to reflect a different feel. All in all, your main purpose is to be efficient and effective while being conscious of how you affect everything as a whole.
Good evening and welcome to the 2021 edition of the Green Screen Environmental Film Festival. My name is Attila Springer and I'm part of the Green Screen team, and I'm excited to welcome you to this year's festival, again fully online for the second year in a row. Now in our 11th year, Green Screen is the only environmentally themed film festival in the Caribbean. And we are very interested and passionate about using film to raise consciousness on issues of environmental and sustainability questions and challenges that we're facing in the region. And so this year's theme is heroes, and we are celebrating ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And speaking of extraordinary, we are so pleased to have as our partner this year the Socorro Centre for Wildlife Conservation. And just to tell you a little bit about the ECWC, they are a non-funded, registered nonprofit organization which has been dedicated to the conservation of wildlife in Trinidad and Tobago through education, rehabilitation, and propagation since January 2005. They were founded by Ricardo Meade, and the center is open to the public, including educational, school workshops, and camp field trips. Each year, the ECWC hosts about 2,000 visitors at its home base and maintains a strict no-fee policy. So we're really excited to support their work, and all of the proceeds of tonight's opening film go towards supporting the work of the ECWC. So tonight we are really, again, celebrating the idea of heroes. And also voting is now open for the Very Short Shorts People's Choice Award. And so you can go to our Facebook page and vote for your favorite short film for the Very Short Shorts mobile film competition. Do that now. Now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Senator the Honorable Clarence Rambarat, Minister of Agriculture, Lands and Fisheries, to bring us greetings and deliver our feature address.
Good evening. I'm very happy yet again to speak at the Green Screen Environmental Film Festival and the opening. This festival has done well over the years, and I'm very happy to see that the organizers have been able to survive all the COVID restrictions and put on the festival for another year. I must say that Kaempfer and Falconer are two of the most outstanding professionals I've worked with over the years. I always look forward to everything that they do. It's always high quality, and I congratulate them on another production this year. I'm actually looking forward to seeing the premiere tonight. It is very interesting. It really connects with all of us in terms of communities, in terms of simple people, regular people making their contribution. I'm fascinated by birds, as you may know, and this is a story and a movie that will really connect with all of us. And it's a Green Screen Environmental Film Festival comes against the backdrop of COP26 that is taking place in Glasgow. Trinidad and Tobago is going to be well represented by the Prime Minister and other ministers and other officials. This is a very important discussion. Major decisions must be taken, and it fits in well with the theme of the Green Screen Environmental Film Festival. It fits in well with what we do. I look forward to an enjoyable night tonight, and I look forward to the premiere. Thank you very much for having me here for another year.
Thank you, Senator Rambarat, for your kind words and continued support. Speaking of support, we now have a word from our lead sponsor, the National Gas Company, represented tonight by President Mark Loquan.
Good day, everyone. At this very moment, across the Atlantic, tens of thousands of people representing governments, businesses, and civil society are converging in Scotland for COP26, the United Nations 26th Annual Global Climate Summit. The goal of this event is to achieve consensus and firm action plans for neutralizing our carbon impact, limiting global warming, and giving our planet a fighting chance at a future. This is an extremely ambitious goal with the highest of stakes, and its achievement alone doesn't solve our problem. Mapping and agreeing a plan of action is one thing. Doing the work is another. And the truth is that for most of our plans to work, we need buy-in and participation at the individual level. This is where the work of Sustain TT is so critical. The Green Screen Environmental Film Festival is an opportunity to educate the public on green agenda issues through the accessible and entertaining medium of film. If we can demystify climate change and other sustainability issues so that everyone understands their place in the whole, then we stand a better chance of success. This is a cause that we at NGC are very passionate about. We have an active and diverse portfolio of partnerships and investments aimed at reducing our carbon footprint, expanding clean energy research and projects, and lobbying for action across other sectors. Public education features prominently among our initiatives because we appreciate the importance of connecting people with information. So far, we have launched our very own mobile app, Energy Smart TT, to raise consumer awareness around energy use, sponsored several energy education campaigns for students, and launched our Carry Green website to facilitate research on clean energy in the Caribbean. Our partnership with Sustain TT is an extension of that drive to educate. It is premised on a mutual desire to engage the public in conversations about climate change and sustainability, to make these seemingly complex issues more relatable and relevant to the everyday lives of average citizens. The short film competition is a perfect avenue to get people thinking and talking about these issues, as we have creative storytellers with the talent to reach audiences and tell the stories we need told. On behalf of NGC, I wish Sustain TT all the best for another successful Green Screen Film Festival this year. Our congratulations in advance to all the contest winners and our gratitude to everyone who participated. Your collective work has incredible value, and we will need your continued support if we are to triumph in the fight ahead. Thank you and a happy festival to all.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lokwan. Coming up next, we have welcome greetings from the Inter-American Development Bank, represented tonight by their country representative for Trinidad and Tobago, Karina Coburn.
What an interesting way to demonstrate conservation and love for the environment captured through the creative art of film. Ladies and gentlemen, specially invited guests, and viewers tuned in from all over the world via social media platforms, it brings me great pleasure to offer a few words of encouragement at the opening night of the Green Screen Environment Festival. I understand that this year is the 11th year of this great film festival, with over 50 films from global filmmakers to be showcased during the next 4 days. Congratulations to all who took up the challenge and who see the importance of making documentaries and creative films on the environment that we live in. With the COVID-19 pandemic, we were all brought to the realization of how important nature is. Many of us stayed indoors and wished we could go back outside to take a breath of fresh air. We saw how drastically our natural environment and day-to-day activities were affected, while many grappled with the effects of the pandemic on our mental health and the world around us. The 26th UN Climate Change Conference of the Parties, COP26, is just around the corner, and there are so many debates about climate change and the sustainability of the environment and natural resources. Festivals like these help us to pause and think about these issues while breaking them down into simple and relatable themes and storylines to inspire and motivate all of us. I believe that is the reason why this film festival is so amazing. Films appeal not only to our senses of sight and hearing, but also to our emotions. Hopefully, this can evoke positive changes and impact upon our behaviors to refocus on our environment and engage in positive activities for the protection and conservation of this earth. At the Inter-American Development Bank, we continue to encourage social impact and change in relation to the environment. Issues such as climate change and resilience to natural disasters and environment hazards have been identified as important factors for growth and productivity, especially in the Caribbean. Caring for the environment is part of how we do business. So being here to open this event and express our support to the Green Screen Environment Film Festival Committee was an offer we could not refuse. It is fitting that the theme of this year's event is heroes. Within that context, I salute all those who see this as a critical time in history. And here, I'm speaking to those who believe that our planet is calling out for transformative, innovative, and sustainable ways to combat the environmental issues that continue to affect us daily. It is indeed heroic to take steps to recognize the environmental problems of the day and propose impactful individual and community-based solutions. Each of us now has the opportunity to star as heroes in our very own stories. I look forward to viewing and hearing great reviews from many of the films screened at this festival. Also, I can't wait to hear the engaging panel discussions over the next few days. Please accept our very best wishes for a successful event.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the opening ceremony of this, our 11th edition of Green Screen, and the second edition that is completely digital due to ongoing COVID-19 restrictions. Special thanks to all the esteemed speakers who preceded me with remarks, observations, calls to action, and words of encouragement for the festival and the audience. Last year, we never would have dreamed that once again the festival would have been virtual, but here we are. We miss seeing you all on our opening night and celebrating another year of the festival with many hugs and kisses, and we hope we can get that back next year. However, we've also learned that a digital festival can reach not only our loyal audience, but people on the other side of the world who are only now learning about our festival. The virtual festival is here to stay, and when given the opportunity, we plan to build a hybrid festival that will embrace face-to-face events again. Look out for more from us in 2022. As things begin to open up, we hope, we'll be bringing you events that will provide opportunities for locals and visitors to enjoy our natural heritage and outdoor spaces. This year, we have more prizes in our festival than ever. Of course, we've got the very short shorts competition's original 3 prizes, the overall jury award presented by NGC, the youth jury award presented by Film TT, and the People's Choice presented by SwimCall. Additionally, we added a new international category for the very short shorts, which carries a specific prize for Best Caribbean Film presented by Loop, with all accepted submissions eligible for the People's Choice. Finally, we have green screen films in competition, Best TNT Film in competition, and Best International Film in competition. With over 250 film submissions, this year our programmers and jurors were very busy indeed. Remember, all winners will be announced on Sunday, October 31st, live on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Our 2021 theme, Heroes, celebrates the everyday people who do what they can with what they have. Heroes come in many shapes, sizes, ethnicities, orientations, nationalities, and on and on. The point is, we don't have to look to Marvel and DC for heroes. A hero may sit next to you at school, or in a maxi taxi, or at the dinner table, or may stare back at you from the mirror. There's a hero in all of us, but the first step to bringing that hero to life is deciding to take action. Even small actions can have outsized impacts. And now, without further ado, we present the Very Short Shorts mobile film competition finalists. And enjoy the films. Thank you.
What happened next?
Could you believe the humans stopped using materials that were dangerous for the earth? They also started walking more and sharing their rolling metal cabins, and even found new ways to use the things that they didn't want. Then suddenly, the rain came. The earth had cooled down and its balance was restored. Happily, the fairies were now able to collect water to use and quickly attended to their crops and washed their clothes. Life was returning. And so when they had finished their chores and bathed in the rain, there was happiness in their souls because the humans were able to bring the water again.
Ma, you think it will come again?
Maybe one day.
Since I was a little boy, I always wanted to be a superhero. I mean, who didn't, right? And even though I grew older and realized that spider bites don't exactly give people superpowers, I didn't give up on my dream. And even if I couldn't get the super, I can still become a hero. There are many heroes in society, from doctors and nurses to engineers and scientists. The opportunities were endless. But as I was supposed to decide on a career, well, we needed heroes in the world more than
China
ever.
has identified the response to climate change.
These years highlighted one hero above all others. One that displays an extraordinary ability and shows up every day against all odds to selflessly care for countless lives, all to support not themselves, but an entire nation. Maybe I can become a superhero after all.
We really probably got started in 2017, and since then to now, we've freely distributed several thousand breadfruit trees. Lucky for us, through various types of networking, we've been able to spread breadfruit trees across this country. Beyond communities and efforts all around the country, we have also partnered with institutions. So we have a breadfruit forest established at the prison. We also gave 105 to the university for a fee. So in the longer term, from this specific exercise, we hope to introduce free food mass, especially to the most vulnerable among us, and we want to make that sustainable and most nutritious. And that could only start, of course, by looking at where we eat, how we use, and even how we waste our food, and having a sort of rethink of development policy and planning in agriculture.
A breath of love interchangeably, decreasingly. But in every drought, no doubt, there is always a loading lush. An effort, a teaching, a broader lesson, an influence. A breath of love interchangeably, increasingly, earthly concerns, urging considerations, environment, humans, environment, from one breath to another, love.
There is a hero that dwells in each of us.
Change is to trust that better stands with us.
Vision AI activated.
Daddy loves you.
Search now. Arriving soon to destination. Search complete.
Well, I think we owe it to the children of the world to listen to their cries for a better planet and for they to live in a safer world. Because a lot of young students from all over the world have lost confidence in many world leaders because they kept putting profit before planet and profit before people, and they left a trail of mess for the young people to clean up.
Your leaves fall beneath, creating soil fertility. Your ecosystem is unique for peace and harmony.
You said 300.
No, about.
Son, how's the fundraiser going?
Yeah, it's good. It's a little difficult, but I'll get through it.
You're not mixing matters at all, boy.
Your sister, she said she's very proud of you, all the work that you're doing. She said you're her hero.
Well, I guess in our own way, we all are.
So one of the new features of the Green Screen Festival this year is the brand new youth jury. Let's hear from Malik Wilson, one of our youth jurors, about his experience.
Good night, everyone. My name is Malik Wilson, current law student at the University of the West Indies, Kaempfer campus, and I am esteemed to be a youth juror at this year's 2021 Green Screen Environmental Film Festival. The youth jury consists of youths who are collaboratively working together at judging the films submitted by contestants. The purpose of the implementation of the youth jury is to allow for us as youths to hone our skills, be able to share our perspectives, for our voices to be heard, and to become active in decision making. My direct responsibility as a youth juror is to work closely with the rubric provided for judging and award scores accordingly in a fair and just manner. As youth jurors, we will assess the submissions of contestants based on creativity and originality, the message that is being sent, the contents of the film, and the technical quality of the said film. I am very happy to be part of Green Screen's Environmental Film Festival this year, since though I have a background with regard to environmental studies and activities relating to improving the environment, I have not been a part of an initiative such as this, and I commend Green Screen for this initiative. So I am undoubtedly grateful for this opportunity. I also look forward to being able to critique and assess the talents of the contestants who would have all played their part with regard to education through film.
Thank you so much to our youth jury. This is the first year that we've had a dedicated group of young people to review and judge the VSS films. Their interest and attentiveness to this task has proven that a youth perspective is important, not only from the filmmaking and production side, but also from the audience side. They understand best what messages will break through and can support messaging and development. We're looking forward to the next incarnation of the youth jury already. This evening, we premiere the documentary film, The Falconer, directed by Kaempfer. The film follows an everyday hero named Rodney Stotts. He's a man on a mission to build a sanctuary for injured birds of prey. A falconer guided by the healing power of nature, Rodney becomes the unlikely hero of a new environmental movement in his inner city community in Washington, D.C. We felt this film would be a perfect opportunity to highlight the work of ECWC and galvanize support to help them complete their mission to complete a wildlife hospital of their own. Once complete, it will be the only one of its kind in the Caribbean. All funds from the screening of The Falconer will go to ECWC. So if you're on the fence about supporting the opening night film, I hope you're convinced that it would be a worthwhile use of your time and hard-earned funds. The link to the event is on this page right now, so click it and it will take you to the film portal. Enjoy the film and the festival. Thank you.
Enjoy life, buddy.
There was a hawk setting in a tree. So we set the traps out. PG County police car rode up the street. My son said, "Dad, he get ready to come over here to us." He pulled in behind us and blocked us in. The guy said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I trap hawks, owls, falcons. I'm a falconer." His first comment was, "You're black."
We are proud individuals living for the city, but the flames couldn't go much higher.
I didn't even know I had this part of me until I came here.
We find God.
All this is healing. All this is medicine. All this changes who you are.
To paint us with salvation, from which we'll rise and overlove.
You never know who's your next falconer, who's your next avian specialist. You never know. That connection of I'm taking care of something. That's a love that comes with it. You start to feel appreciated. You know, that can turn you around. It did for me.
Green Screen Environmental Film audience, I'm so glad you're watching The Falconer. My name is Annie Kaempfer and I directed the portrait film about Rodney Stotts that you're about to see. I wish I could be there in person with you this year. But if you have any questions after you watch the film, or if you want to learn more about Rodney, check out his website, rodneysraptors.webs.com, or you can contact me at the film's website, thefalconerfilm.com, and check out where else we'll be playing, ask any questions, read a little bit about Rodney there. Enjoy the film. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much to all our supporters, sponsors, and partners for making this year's Green Screen Environmental Film Festival possible. And we also want to thank you, the viewers, for joining us tonight. And we invite you now to go to our website and screen the opening night film, The Falconer. And remember that all the proceeds from tonight's screening go towards supporting the work of the Socorro Centre for Wildlife Conservation.
It comes naturally to us. Unstoppable energy. We use it to manifest a future. A future where energy takes new forms and is used in new ways for all of us. The new age of energy is here.